today. From NRG Stadium in Houston, Texas. It's Week 12 of the NFL on EA Sports.
And we are underway from Houston. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. Texans offense heading out behind their quarterback in his second season. Last year's Offensive Rookie of the Year, C.J. Stroud.
And they are in rhythm on offense because of him. I mean, right now he's got everything going the way he wants to, finding the receivers the way he wants to, looking over defenses. No interceptions is the number I lock in on. Before a touchdown pass isn't so bad either.
Yeah, what a game he had last week.
19 targets, 60 vices, 60 vices.
On the ground, this is Joe Mixon. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. You talk about this Titan defense. And this unit, very tough to throw against. Currently second best in the NFL.
And this is where we talk game inside the game. Top 5 passing offense versus top 5 passing defense. I wouldn't be surprised defensively if they change up coverages a bit more than usual to try and combat what they expect to see. It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Now Stroud. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Roger McCreary with a pick. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. And the Titans getting set to go. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in. But I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're number 1 in their conference.
The rushing numbers for Pollard last week. 25 carries, 117 yards.
Yeah, he could very well be on his way to a rushing title, but guess what? His offensive line, they're meeting separately because they want that rushing title as much as he does, and they want to make sure they get him there.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. 2nd down and 6 now from the 26. Going to run again here with Pollard. And he's going to be close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Texans' 20-yard line. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down. Trying to run for it with Pollard. And he will have the 1st down before he's tackled at the 12. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs. Gives us another chance to make a play ourselves.
And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. The defensive end, Daniil Hunter, drops him.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
And that is caught. It's Ridley. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their 1st drive. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Tony Pollard. That's his 19th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Titans use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded in the end zone, but he'll decide against bringing it out, so they'll take over at the 30.
So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
The numbers for Mixon last week: 16 carries, 82 yards.
11 touchdowns on the ground this season, and the pride really extends throughout the entire offense. And in this case, I'm focusing on the offensive line. The leverage, the ability to get downfield, make that extra block in order to give him more space to run. They really look forward to him carrying the football because they're going to get him to the end zone.
Here comes third and about a foot. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35.
Brad, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was third and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. You talk about this Titan defense. They were very good a week ago in the win over Minnesota.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week, that pressure on the QB is key. Well, this defense for the Titans, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find.
Well, they get to Stroud, nowhere to go, and he goes down. Nick Bosa, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return, and it'll be Titan football. Offense back out there, and we shine the spotlight on the Memphis man, Tony Pollard. And you see his numbers from a week ago. He was up over 100 yards then, and he's already hit pay dirt here once in this one.
We always talk about quarterbacks and receivers getting into rhythm, right? Really feeling good, finding each other downfield. I think running backs operate the same way. They can hit a good rhythm and a good stride, and he's carrying it over from last week.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. Pollard will take it up the gut. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. Here is third down and 4. Now a give here to Pollard. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down. It'll be a handoff to Pollard. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. From the 43, here's a 2nd and 5. They'll run with Pollard. And he's going to be close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Texans' 38. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On third down, it's Pollard.
And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. 65 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
Well, they're currently the best in the NFL in converting on third down, so it was no surprise there that they picked that one up.
And they've done it in many different ways throughout the season, Charles. Picking it up, running it, throwing it, just effective on third downs all year long. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
On second down, it's Pollard. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. Now Pollard. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
Spears again, and into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. His 7th touchdown on the ground and 9th overall. And the Titans go up by 2 touchdowns. On for the extra point is Folk. And it's good to make it 14-0. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here. This ball will come out to the 30-yard line. And now out comes Houston. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. 1st and 10, it's Stroud. Over the middle, he gets it to Collins. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. On third down, Mixon. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. Offense back out there, and we shine the spotlight on the Memphis man, Tony Pollard. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the 2nd quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
Now Levis, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
And he is going to have the 1st down, and that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 yards is the pickup, and it's good enough for a Tennessee 1st down. Levis to throw off play action. He completes it to Ridley. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 23 yards on the play.
This is all about finding the open space in the middle of the field. How do you do that? One way is through play action. That's going to freeze those linebackers for just a split second, and sometimes that's all you need. They run a deep in route behind them, and it works to perfection.
Off the play fake, Levis. That'll be complete to Okonkwo. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up second down. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Here's Pollard. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 95 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They'll run. Here's Pollard. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Here's Pollard again. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the 1st down as he's tackled at the 1. The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down. Now here's a give to Spears. And he'll get inside the 10, but he's short of the line he needed. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They'll try and run for it. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
I think that's a good example of why they've been successful this year. They're fearless on any down.
And it's interesting that this year I asked an NFL head coach about being fearless and going for it on 4th down. And he's
got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins with career touchdown number 96. He joins Eric Dickerson on the all-time list. And the Titans will extend their lead here just before halftime. Now Folk for the extra point. And it is now 21-0. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it's finished off by the touchdown from DeAndre Hopkins. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this one fielded in the end zone. It won't be returned, so it'll come out to the 30. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So we reach halftime here with the visiting Titans taking the lead into intermission. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting in this final weekend before Thanksgiving. So let's see what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started up at Lucas Oil Stadium in the capital city of Indianapolis. And in the late stages of the first half, it's the Lions who are out in front. 2 touchdown passes there for Jared Goff. From there, we head down to sunny Miami to check on the Dolphins at home at Hard Rock Stadium. And they currently trail in that game against the visiting Patriots. Demario Douglas, 2 touchdown catches on the afternoon. Lastly, let's get to the Windy City. See what's happening with the Bears at home at Soldier Field. And that one all tied.
It was a strong first half for running back Tony Pollard. He's already over 100 yards rushing for the game and has a touchdown run as well.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. So here are the Titans to take over on offense. They've got the lead yet again in this ball game with their winning streak right now sitting at 10. Now Spears to begin the drive. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Well, they go play action. Here's Levis going deep for Hopkins. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
There, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, it was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Levis on third down. And that is incomplete.
And that is exactly what you needed defensively. It's a long road back from here, but that's a good start to the second half as they force a punting situation and a fourth down.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. 46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Here's the Texans offense now, readying for their first possession of the second half. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. We've seen that before. Jeffrey Simmons making a stop behind the line. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Stroud working out of the gun. He'll complete this one to Collins. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. And Stroud now to throw. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Nick Bosa able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. And taken right on the 30. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, and then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't.
Levis in trouble. Down he goes. Christian Harris there, finding his way home to record the sack.
Like how they've started the third quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their 2nd win coming out of the locker room. Levis sets up to throw here. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So they will tread backward on the holding penalty.
And I know that they're going to get coached up and they'll get yelled at a little bit, but let's face it, it is hard not to do at the speed and pace that they play.
Levis now off of play action. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Christian Harris. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Meanwhile, Stroud's throw complete into the hands of Schultz here. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. Mixon with a first down carry. That tackle by Jeffrey Simmons. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
They give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter route.
Touchdown! Dalton Schultz with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Texans are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. For quarterbacks, there are a number of ways to measure a good statistical season. This is one of them. That last touchdown pass, his 30th on the year. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it was the tight end Dalton Schultz on the touchdown reception to cap the drive. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting in a great spot, up 2 scores here in the third quarter. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Right back to Spears. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 64 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. 10 more there and another first down. Hand off to Spears. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Here's a run by Spears. And he's going to be close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Texans' 21. The Titans on third down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. They're looking at third and a few inches. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Early down stuffs have put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Second down, and they go back to Haskins. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd-and-1 situation. They'll run with Spears. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. On 1st and 10, it's Spears. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal. Levis to throw it. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. DeAndre Hopkins with his 19th touchdown, his 2nd of the game. And the Titans add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point up and good by Folk. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. Houston set to take over. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Stroud to the air on 1st and 10. Throw right side, taken in by Collins. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. Second and 6, just inside the 30. Stroud out of the gun here. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. Short completion, just 4 yards. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Stroud now on 3rd and 2. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. 4th down, 4th quarter. Here's Stroud. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Elijah Molden. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Little choice, Charles, but to go for it right there, and that pick 6 will be the icing on the cake.
Yeah, you don't know how many more possessions you're going to get, so really you're almost at the point of no option. Have to go for it. Bottom line, though, is defenders know that as well. They know you've got to throw the football. Had the right defense called, able to make a nice play on the ball, and that's all she wrote.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This will be fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. So it'll be a touchback, and that ball will be placed at the 30. And the football going back over now to the Houston Texans. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. That's complete. It's Collins. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score.
Stroud looking to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Now inside the 25. Nico Collins. Touchdown, Houston. Nico Collins, 69 yards. And the Texans get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the fourth quarter after that one, CD. And well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, and I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence, because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie.
Levis, a throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete. Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
The throw over the middle taken in. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. And now a run with Spears.
And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
Here's Spears on 2nd down.
And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2.
The Spears with another carry. 113 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries.
And he's going to go down. This will count as a sack, a very short sack, taken down at the 2. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. That one looks like he'll throw here. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins with touchdown number 20 on the year.
And the Titans have 11-0 in their sights as they add on to their lead.
Fulk connects on the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told.
And it's finished off by the touchdown from DeAndre Hopkins.
There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away.
This will be taken in the end zone, and no run back forthcoming, so they will bring it out to the 30-yard line.
Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And It's a coverage sack. Took too long to get rid of it. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
Here's Stroud.
He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season, but on game day, you both want to show your best, and I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Titans, the perfect season remains intact as they move to 11-0 on the year.
And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Washington Commanders.
Meanwhile, for Houston, it's a tough one to swallow as they drop back to 8-4 on the year. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville.
today. From Commander's Field in Land...
The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. Right to the air is Daniels. Over the middle, complete. That's Woods. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. To the air goes Daniels. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. The numbers from McLaurin a week ago: 4 catches, 56 yards.
And I get the feeling that he loves this matchup. I mean, the unit he's going against is in the bottom half of the league against the pass. He had to have circled this one on the schedule and said to himself, this should be a big game.
A first down throw for Daniels. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. Daniels looking to throw. This is Ertz on the pitch and catch. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. This defense for the Titans, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
They sure did, and the key number to me was total offense allowed, which was barely over 100 yards. That's a heck of a sign that this defense is really putting all the pieces together and doing it correctly.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. They called the corner blitz, and Roger McCreary, he got in there and earned the sack.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
And that one too wide and incomplete.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Titans ready to go on offense for the first time, and it's Will Levis, the 25-year-old at quarterback, in his 2nd season out of Kentucky.
And I thought it was a really nice performance last week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have the 1 interception.
But that's the ratio you say you're okay with, right?
If you go 3-to-1, you're going to be pretty happy over the course of a season. And let's face it, he'll never blame the receiver publicly. But behind closed doors, he probably told his agent, hey, what's the deal? I should have had a perfect game.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. The rushing numbers for Pollard last week: 17 carries, 104 yards, and a score as well.
Yeah, he could very well be on his way to a rushing title, but guess what? His offensive line, they're meeting separately because they want that rushing title as much as he does, and they want to make sure they get him there.
And this is going to be a Titans first down as the tackle made here at the 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Going to run again here with Pollard. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. And CD, this offense at 11-0 now on the year. A few weeks ago, I remember asking you what kind of percentage chance that you thought they had at staying unbeaten the entire season. I think you said 25%. I'd imagine that number probably grown since then.
I would agree with you, and I'm going to actually bump it up to closer to 50%. Only because they still have some tough games to come, and keeping that focus throughout the entire season, that's been a really difficult thing to pull off. But so far, They've done it, and they've done it well.
And he will have a Titans first down as he'll be marked down a yard or two past the marker following a gain of 6. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Up the middle they go. Spears. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. First down, Titans, gain of 12. They'll keep it on the ground. Spears, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. How about Jonathan Allen there pushing upfield to make the stop behind the line? A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Now Levis. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
Levis back to throw. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
Was trying to get it to Terry McLaurin, but it'll be 2nd down. You talk about this Titan defense. They were fantastic a week ago in the win over Houston.
The best defenses I know, they draw lines in the sand and say you're not going to cross that. For most of them, it's 100 yards of total offense. They didn't quite accomplish that, but still a pretty darn good game last week. Just over 100 yards of total offense given up. And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Running on first down, Eckler. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Now Daniels. Now the ball comes loose. It's picked up by the Titans. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand. Put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Sometimes in the run game, you can make the argument that quickness beats size. And how about the example right here?
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Here's Levis. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he's going to be dropped quickly right there at the 48, a couple yards shy of midfield. 3rd and 3. Trying to run for it with Pollard. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
A lot depended on the spot there, and he got it, but it wasn't by much, was it? I remember Coach Madden talking about, depending on which foot the official used, that would tell you whether you had the first down or not. You want that upfield foot to be the one that spots the ball, don't you?
And you and I have the luxury of a couple extra views here in the booth, and he did get it, but not by much. Yeah, boy, it is tough to bring him down that time. He surges forward. He's going to get a full 6 out of that. 2nd down. Here now, 2nd and 4. Pollard will take it up the gut. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 30. It's a 10-yard pickup, and that's enough to move the chains. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a give here to Pollard. And he's got it down to the 28.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
2nd down, 8 to go from the 28. Play action now. Levis. Flushed out right. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Tony Pollard with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Titans post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Extra point up and good by Folk, and it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And to cap it off, a touchdown run of 20 yards. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The Commanders preparing for their next possession. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
First down now, but that clock rolling. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Second down, Daniels. Ertz has it left side. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up a third down.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts,
as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Third down and 6. Off the play fake, Daniels.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
To throw is Daniels.
On the move to his left. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. And they're going to speed things up here.
Daniels now on 1st and 10.
Ertz over the middle. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside. Daniels now to throw on 1st down.
And that is incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Here's Daniels.
Caught by the tight end Ertz. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
And now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout
as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal.
Working out of the gun, Daniels looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington.
A great effort there as the first half is winding down.
And the Commanders have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half.
Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. That time, a 9-play drive.
And it's finished off by a Terry McLaurin touchdown. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this. Levis to throw on 1st and 10 here.
Going deep for Hopkins. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
One final shot before the half. Here's Levis.
A contested ball here, and it's going to be caught.
And he'll be touched down in the end, but a big play on that one.
So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you two in a bit. For now, plenty of early game action around the NFL to get you caught up on, so let's get to it. We'll start up at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, and it's the Colts who have the lead in the second quarter.
Anthony Richardson
Has thrown a touchdown pass. From there, we head down south to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting L.A. Chargers. The man wearing number 18, Kirk Cousins, with 2 touchdown passes for his new squad. Lastly, let's get out to Jacksonville. See what's happening with the Jaguars at TIAA Bank Field. In that one, all even as they play the visiting Texans. Meanwhile, in our game, each team able to manage just 1 touchdown apiece.
Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Titans getting set to go here to begin the third quarter. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Now Levis got his man, Okonkwo. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
But normally you see 3 tight ends.
Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. Off the play fake, Levis. And it's hauled in by Nick Vanette. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
When you get into the second half of a tie ball game, you start realizing that every play takes on a bigger significance, and this is pretty significant right here. This is where you start putting the pressure on that secondary, and that's a job well done there.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Little bootleg here. Levis. And this is caught at the 8. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago, followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Levis to throw off play action. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
So an incomplete pass a moment ago, and that leads to 2nd and goal. It'll be a handoff to Pollard. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
Interested to see what they dial up here. 3rd and goal with a lot of green between them and the end zone. Back to throw, it's Levis. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The Commanders' defense holds, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Nick Folk now on for the field goal. A 33-yarder from the left hash. Folk's kick is good, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. Now, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. First possession of the 2nd half now for Washington. And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following the field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they trail in the game now, I would consider that a win for their defense, and that's probably what they're telling the offense when they get to the bench. Hey, the onus is on you guys now. Get back out there and get us the lead back.
And that, nearly picked off. It would have been a great time for their first interception of the game. Instead, it's 2nd down. He's lucky to be getting that one back.
After what they've done with him all day long with all the targets trying to go after him, he's obviously gotten smart, and his pride has kicked in. Made a terrific play.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
I know they'd love to take some heat off of that young quarterback, but so far, not much in the running game, and this won't help things either. A loss on that play.
Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The rookie from LSU leading this offense well. A good throw there leads to a 1st down.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
On 1st down, here's Daniels to throw. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing now is Daniels. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
He certainly did his best to find something on that run, but there just wasn't enough time to make it happen. Nice effort there, avoiding the sack and getting back to the line of scrimmage. That one certainly could have ended up worse.
Now a 2nd down throw for Daniels. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 83 yards receiving now for him on the afternoon as he's got a 1st down here.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Throwing on 1st down, Daniels. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
It certainly looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
A good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. They'll run for the first time here with Brian Robinson. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
To throw on 3rd down, Daniels. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Nick Bosa in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here's the Titan offense now as they make their way back onto the field. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Nice satisfying run on 1st down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37. As they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 3rd down, it's Pollard. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. For just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now, 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a 1st down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
So after some runs, now they'll throw with Levis. Over the middle, he has Okonkwo. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. On second down, it's Pollard. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 75 yards on the ground here for Pollard. This is a first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. And you wonder how much tread is left.
Certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 30. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
I'll give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
They'll run with Pollard. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And that is too far out in front. He couldn't haul it in. Incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. They go play action. Here's Levis. Flush to his right. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. Levis now off of play action. That'll be complete to Okonkwo. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And here's a give to Spears. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. It's his 8th rushing touchdown on the campaign and 10th overall. And the Titans have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. Levis will try to throw for the 2. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on
into their fourth quarter lead. So they go with a pass there on the two-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their two-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have two-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
Now Washington down by 8, 2:10 on the clock. And they're in danger of a third straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st down, Daniels. This is swung out to Eckler. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Commanders football as we get back to it. Here comes 2nd down at 5. Looking to throw. Daniels got his man. It's Woods. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Now here's a throw that's complete. The Commanders going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Back to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 29-yard line. Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin. Here's 2nd down and 3. He's back to throw. That's into the hands of Woods. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Here's 1st and goal. They still can't get it. And he's into the end zone. No flags. It's a touchdown. And now a 2-point conversion. And we'll be tied here in the final minute.
Do they have one big call left? Here we go. The touchdown's massive, but now they've got to have 2 to possibly take this to overtime.
So Washington now with an important 2-point conversion attempt. Daniels going to try and throw for it. And it's caught. And with it, we are tied here in the 4th. Huge conversion there to tie this thing up, but they're not done yet. Their defense needs to get a stop.
Yeah, there's still plenty of time for the other team to come downfield and put some points on the board, but job 1 was taken care of. The 2-point conversion to get this thing tied.
So now after the clutch field goal, he's back out there to boot it away in what's now a tie ball game. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll start things out at the 25. The Titans set and ready to go on offense. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
2 timeouts still in their back pocket. It's 1st and 10. Levis, he'll look to throw it. And that is caught. It's Ridley. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts. as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Levis. He completes it to Ridley. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So here now is the kicker, Nick Folk. This to almost certainly win the football game. Folk's kick is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. He hasn't missed a kick all year. Why would he start now?
That's a great question, isn't it? Well, maybe because that was the most nerve-wracking kick he had to attempt all year, but he knocked it through just like it was an easy chip shot.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll start things out at the 25. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. He's got Eckler. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. Here's 2nd down. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. And a fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So for Tennessee, the streak continues as they push their mark to a perfect 12-0 now on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Washington, it's unfortunately more of the same as they'll fall to 3-10 on the year. And they'll get the extra week to think about this one as they return to action in 2 weeks' time.